Hey, another video. And today I have an assistant. The topic of today are red flags. So yeah, my teddy is holding the red flag for me. I was watching a video about Alpine divorce. And that is that the men announce their request for divorce during a walk in the middle of nowhere, and then they leave the woman behind. And although I haven't experienced it myself, I have experienced something similar. And that was going mountain biking when I am absolutely not experienced in mountain biking at all. Actually, I hate cycling. I am Dutch and I use my bike to go everywhere I go, but I don't enjoy it as a sport. Actually, I don't really see it as a sport. I think it's a kind of a lame exercise. And people here actually they have electric bikes right now, and yeah, I just don't see the use of why would you take an electric bike and not use your own muscles in your legs? Like, that's just laziness. But anyways, that's not the topic of today. It's just the red flags in a relationship. I was kind of naive when I got married. I was 19 and my husband was 31. And we were both very active. And he also trained for the triathlon. So we started to do that together. And he also trained for Ironman. And so he wanted to take me on this mountain bike trip, and we went to a ski resort, in the summer, and then going down those hills with a mountain bike, but in the forest part. So with all the trees and rocks and wood and stuff. And it scared the hell out of me, man. He said, yeah, just pump with your brakes to go down. And I just got off my bike and said, I'm not doing this. He said, you want to kill me or something? And he just laughed and he thought it was funny. But I thought, like, this man has not my best interest at heart, and he just wanted to humble me because I was very good in sports, and I felt already that he was in competition with me and jealous. I don't know exactly what it was, but also his age, of course, a lot older than I was. And that was already the first red flag. Because, yeah, I was 19 and I was just a child. I just recovered from anorexia. So I had a very childlike body as well. And so the age difference looked also a lot bigger. And so I remember, his sister seeing us for the first time, and she said to her brother, like my husband, well, you're a pedophile. Like you take them younger and younger. Like it's scary. So I thought at that time already, like, okay, I'm not actually sure what I'm doing here, but anyways, um, yeah. So this thing about the jealousy and that he wants to humble you, it's also that you feel like when you have a success, then he won't celebrate you and he will not support or admire you. While in the beginning, he admired me for my running skills because I ran like a gazelle, light footed. Also, I was very fit and skinny still. So that's perfect for endurance sports. Um, and I thought, why can't we be a team? Why do you feel like you're my adversary? But yes, so instead of leveling up, let's say he tried to pull me down to his level or, make fun of me and sabotage my success as well, because there was this 5K run in Quebec City, and that's where his mom lived as well. So his mom and sister were there to, uh, my support team, and then I was the first woman to pass the finish line, and my husband wasn't there. But they all flowers and stuff, and they celebrated my success. And my husband was getting some food or something. And then we got home. He said, "Imagine how well you would have ran that course if you'd had a good night's sleep." Because he was very demanding on a sexual level as well. So he would, prevent me of having a good night's sleep before the race. Actually, getting me to the race was almost too late as well. So it's just terrible. Um, and this whole competition thing, I recognized it because my sister was always in competition with me, and I thought, why? do you compare yourself with me? We're both unique persons. The real honest competition is only with yourself, not with another person. So yes, I just wanted to talk about red flags. Um, I was raised in a narcissistic family, so for me, narcissistic behaviors felt familiar. And I was used to boosting someone else's ego because I thought I had no ego at all. And I wanted to treat them the way I wanted to be treated, so I also was the man in the relationship very often. And I mean, you know, a provider, protector financially, and yeah, there was a lot of red flags. But um, you recognize a tree by its fruit. So look at actions rather than words. But look at their daily behavior also around other people. If they're cutting in line at the supermarket, for example, that's a red flag. If they ask you for money all the time, that's a red flag. Like they treat you like you're some kind of an ATM machine. Pretending to be religious, they can wear a cross on their necklace but not be religious at all. They don't support the values from the Bible. They challenge your boundaries repeatedly. And for someone who's an empath and who wants to please people, for me it was very hard to set boundaries. That was like my other video as well. They give you backhanded compliments, or they give you a compliment that is actually for themselves. Like, oh, I love the way you make me feel. Oh, you're so caring. But it says nothing about you as a person, like some of the characteristics of you. About the money that he spends a lot on himself and he breadcrumbs you. And he has also the wrong friends. That's another video that I made, right? You look at the best friends of someone and then you can see, okay, uh, looking at the friend, I know a little bit who you are. So if there are misogynistic guys in the, you know, that's, they hate women. They criticize women and they always hate their exes. They are not, they don't, and they criticize their body type and everything. And they don't know what it means to love another person other than themselves. So they love what you have to offer, but they don't love you as a person. Also, they can't handle rejection. So if you say no, they have like an anger tantrum and they will gaslight you. They're also lazy. They will actually do the bare minimum, and they weaponize incompetence. So they act like they cannot do a certain task. So, oh, you can do it a lot better. Like, you can do it. My mom is that way as well. You know, she wanted me to cut the grass, and I said, well, mom, the grass doesn't need to be cut right now. So, yeah, I'll do it when it needs to be cut. And she says, no, I want it to be cut right now. And I said, okay, you can do it yourself. And then she said, I cannot do it myself. You know, that's very childlike. Also, when he copies or he mirrors you, it seems like he wants to be you, but it feels fake. Like they don't have a genuine own identity, and that feels kind of weird and draining. Yeah. And they don't really have your best interests at heart. So they don't mind you being sick or injured as long as you give them the supply that they want. And that's kind of, it's very selfish, very egotistical. And I share these experiences that I had, the red flags to look out for, because I want to, you know, give a heads up for someone else who, you know, thinks, oh, I can paint that red flag green. No, I let it pass, I let it slip. But most of the time, when you see a red flag from the beginning, it seldom gets better. A person actually will not change until they want to change. And you're not there to fix someone. You're there to, you know, support someone. But I already told you, I was more like an enabler instead of a supporter. I would rarely, you know, say to him like, you know, that's unacceptable, and Yes, I let a lot of things slide, and I think don't waste your time with someone who's not worth your time, who doesn't value you for you, who you are. And yes, in a relationship, it is good that you correct each other on things, but if it keeps happening and it becomes a pattern, and you can recognize that really as a pattern, then you can give second, third, fourth chances, but there is an end to that, and then you have to choose, like, okay, this is enough. I value myself too much to let this destroy me. And that is very important because stress is factor number one of disease. So if someone stresses you out or makes you worry for nothing, then it's not worth it. If that person is not adding value to your life and you don't feel that it is good for your health, and your body gives you signals like something's off, listen to your intuition, because often that's right. So have a nice day.